What's going on, guys? I'm Seth Mick. This is Native Diamond, your metal and rock podcast.
Welcome to the Native Diamond podcast.
Oh, shit! What you waiting for?
Before I start today's show,
I need to plug a couple of things.
As always, you can find me at native_podcast on all social media platforms. There, you can answer questions that are on the show, and we can have more conversations about topics on the podcast.
If you like today's video,
please hit subscribe, ring the bell, that way you're notified.
Every Friday I drop a new episode of
Native Diamond podcast. And I have all audio on all podcast platforms. That way you can listen to the show on the go,
at work,
or whatever it is you're doing. So, without further ado, let's get into today's review.
The review.
On today's review, I have the new Trivium song, Catastrophist. Catastrophist was released on February 27th, and Trivium has been around since 1999. This Orlando heavy metal band has been a staple in metal music. They're probably one of the newer bands who will turn into a legacy band. They will be releasing their ninth studio album, What the Dead Men Say, via Roadrunner Records. Trivium consists of guitarist singer Matt Hafey, guitarist Corey, bassist Paolo, and drummer Alex. Matt Hafey says that this next album will be everything that Trivium is about. The past, the present, and the future Trivium. It has been almost 3 years since the last Trivium album, because Matt has been busy being acclimated with fatherhood because he had twins.
Watching my team win with the twins and those twins.
So,
enough goofing around.
Let's start off with the guitars.
Corey, you did a sick part on the guitar. Who doesn't like that solo? I loved the main riff, and the chord progressions were very nice in the chorus, because the chorus was made to be very catchy. The guitar parts are all around catchy, and they sound dope. The guitar sounds so good. The bass is nasty. I can hear the bass. I love the parts that Paolo does. It is just a straight up good mix. You can hear everything, and the production is just top notch. I liked the overall tone of the guitar. You can always tell it's Trivium by hearing their guitars.
Let's move on to the percussion.
Alex Bent kills it on the drums. He is a top tier drummer, amazing blast beats. This guy is just a fucking machine. His fills are super fucking nasty.
The fills are honestly one of the things I love about Trivium.
It kind of reminds me of Rush sometimes. They keep the drums rolling the whole time, and it is fucking amazing to listen to. Now let's get into
the vocals and the lyrics.
The vocals are good.
A great success.
I love how Matt can just do the clean vocals and it
not be fucking corny.
And the screams are great. The lyrics are good, and I also like the horror theme music video. It is sick. I think there's a deeper underlying meaning to the song. Everyone can interpret the song in different ways. Let's get into the pros. The guitar was fucking sick throughout the song, and the drums were
badass B, badass drums B.
Badass drums B.
I love how they build up 3 minutes in, and then it goes thrash as fuck. I love that part of the song. The cons. Don't really have a lot of cons for this song. It wasn't a bad 6-minute venture at all. The only con that I have is that this album isn't fucking out yet.
Because I can't wait to hear it.
The rating.
So I'm gonna give this song a 9.4.
I cannot wait to see what this album holds.
Catastrophist is such a catchy song. It's clean, it's death metal, it's thrashy. Thrash as fuck. Get ready, April 24th. They're dropping What the Dead Men Say. They write their own music, write their own lyrics.
The real deal metal band.
Now that the review is basically over with,
let's get into today's news.
The news.
starting off off with today's news, I have Badflower coming out with their new single, Move Me. Actually, this is not really a new single. They have put out the music video for this single back in 2017. Why are they coming out with the official release of the single just now?
Who knows?
All I know is that Move Me is a very emotional song. Josh Katz is the singer, songwriter, jack of all trades, if you will, of Badflower. And we can just call him the Josh of all trades. Dad joke. Go ahead and check out Badflower's Move Me. Drop in a link below. Tell me what you think about it at native_podcast. The Acacia Strain. The Acacia Strain from Chicopee, Massachusetts. Came out with their 2-track release titled D for I don't fucking know. Could be a lot of shit. I don't know. Acacia Strain has been called a lot of things.
Deathcore,
Metalcore,
sludge metal, and doom metal.
down-tempoed deathcore. But anyway, D, you will find the 2 singles Sing God and Feed a Pigeon, Breed a Rat.
What a fucking title to that song.
Sing God features
Ron.
Aaron
Kurt of Jesus Peace.
and the band Nothing. Vincent Bennett also goes on to say that he's been trying to get
Ron.
On a song.
for a minute, and his part in the song is perfect.
It's pronounced Aaron?
The song is the beginning of our slow descent into madness. We all see our own God eventually, Vincent goes on to say. Go check out this new Acacia Strain 2-piece that they dropped titled D. Greg Puciato.
Greg Puciato.
I had to figure out how to say his name because I really didn't know how to say it correctly, but now I know. Greg Puciato, best known for being the vocalist of the Dillinger Escape Plan, has released his solo single titled Fire for Water. Greg has been found playing with the Black Queen and Killer Be Killed.
Killer Be Killed.
Is a sick supergroup. I definitely recommend you checking them out. Greg is getting ready to release his solo debut album
Titled
Child Soldier, Creator of God. He says back in May of 2019 he was writing for the Black Queen. He started writing shit and it sounded nothing like the Black Queen. He didn't know what to do with these songs. Instead of trashing these songs, he says, hey, these misfits need a home that doesn't fit under the umbrella of the Black Queen.
And he surprised us all
With the single Fire for Water. You will see Greg's solo album being released sometime this summer.
Also,
Five Finger Death Punch has released their new album F8 on February 28th. I listened to this whole album and I'm not a Five Finger Death Punch fan by any means. Five Finger is comprised of Ivan Moody on the vocals, Jason Hook on the guitar, Zoltan Bathory, and Kevin Chorko, most notably known for being the producer of Ozzy Osbourne and Papa Roach. So Ivan Moody goes on to talk about this album, saying they didn't want this to be an album that's here today and gone tomorrow. They wanted to make an album that would stand the test of time. I don't really like Five Finger, but this is probably their best release that they've come out with. The lyrics, in my opinion, are kind of cringy. They're just very direct in your face, very like, motherfucker, what's up, come and get it, you know, that type of shit. I'm not really with those type of lyrics, but hey, you know, they're for somebody. Ivan Moody goes on to say something even cringier. It makes the fucking phoenix coming out of the ashes analogy, which I fucking hate that analogy. It's so played out. Chill out on the corniness. Like for example in the song Bottom of the Top. You can almost fist bump to 75% of this album.
I'm gonna fist bump till my arm falls off.
you're gonna fucking fist bump the whole time.
But I can't totally shit on this album. The instrumentation is fucking really good. Obviously they're really good or else they wouldn't have like 5 million plus listeners on Spotify. Five Finger is doing something right apparently, and just because it's not my favorite band doesn't mean that it can't be your favorite band. I get it. I get it. The music is awesome. The band
Is awesome.
I just can't get behind the lyrics. I respect the shit out of these guys. Five Finger Death Punch coming from Las Vegas. Go check them out.
Dropping a link below. Also,
The band Bad Love, or maybe it's Bad/Love.
I don't really know, but
They released their new single February 28th titled DMU. Bad Love draws from nostalgic emo screamo from the early 2000s era,
30 Seconds to Mars.
Amberlin.
or Seosin, and they pay tribute to this in a very hard way. Bad Love is no stranger to the Australian metal scene because a lot of these members in the band, either they have been or are in the bands
Make them suffer.
Storm the Sky.
like Royals and many more. This project comes from this wholesome love of that whole genre. So if you're into that type of shit, go check out Bad Love today with their new single, DMU.
Also,
The band Havok released their single February 28th as well, called Phantom Force. Phantom Force is the single coming off their new album titled V. And V will be dropping May 1st
Via Century Records.
This American thrash band is coming from Denver, Colorado. Phantom Force is about the mysterious deaths that happen to Hmong people during sleep paralysis.
David Sanchez goes on to say,
Go check out what happens to you during sleep paralysis today with Havok, Phantom Force. Drop in the link below. Go check it out and tell me at native_podcast what you think about the song. Just like that.
we're done with the news.
The Rant!
So, you know, I've been thinking about it a lot, and I feel like a lot of people think that just because you listen to metal,
You're some dark, satanic, worshipping motherfucker.
metal doesn't make you a satanic worshipping person. I'm a huge metalhead. I know a lot of huge metalheads, and some of them are the nicest people I've ever met in my life. Just because you listen to a certain genre doesn't classify you as a certain type of person. I think that's really ignorant. Everyone should give different things a chance. The reason I like metal so much is because the instrumentation is awesome. Metal has the best guitar performances. The only bad thing I can say about the metal community that I can't stand is the utter hatred for different subgenres of metal. Like, that shit really fucking matters. I wish we could get away from that and get a little bit closer as metalheads. Just appreciate all around heavy music together. To get to the point, metal doesn't make you a bad person by any means. We are just trying to get out our aggression in a positive manner. We're taking out all our anger in this music in a very positive way. It's everything to do with how good the music is, and that's what it is for me. So give it a try before you knock it. That does it for today's rant. Let's get into today's top 5 with the list.
The list.
On today's list,
Coming in at number 5,
Before I Turn with their new single, Only to Fall. Before I Turn is an independent New England metalcore band. Check them out. So coming in at number 5, Before I Turn, Only I Fall.
coming in at number 4,
Engrossed
With their new single, Infected.
Engrossed is a metal band coming from Mother Russia. So in this song, they feature Kyle Medina from Bodysnatcher. My number 4, Engrossed. Go check them out.
coming in at number 3,
The Acacia Strain with their new single, Seeing God. This is an all-around dope song. I was excited to see this released. So coming to you at number 3, I have the Acacia Strain, Seeing God. Coming in at number 2, Trivium, Catastrophist. In lieu of today's review, it is that good of a song. You're not gonna find a 6-minute song that isn't fucking boring. This is not boring. Go check out my number 2, Trivium, Catastrophist. That only leaves one spot left, and that one spot is gonna go to my song of the week. Song of the week by Saving Vice. This single is called Hollow Bastion. Hollow Bastion. I don't really know how to say it.
Hollow Bastion.
Saving Vice is new blood. They just came out in 2017. They played stages at Warped Tour,
They played
I Matter Festival. They played Heavy Fest. Very high energy. Hope they come up in the next few years because they are fucking awesome to listen to. I like Saving Vice. They've been on my radar for a while. I'm predicting it now. Saving Vice, the next big deal in metalcore.
who's got the 50?
Who's throwing it on Saving Vice? I love seeing new bands out here doing it. Saving Vice is definitely one of them. They claim to be New England metalcore. I've been seeing a lot of this lately. A lot of people are saying they are New England metalcore.
I'm New England metalcore, bro.
And Saving Vice is apparently
New England metalcore.
they're independent, which I love the most. I love DIY shit because I'm DIY myself. Let Saving Vice be on your radar. They are upcoming. You can check out the single Hollow Bastion
Hollow Bastion.
or the full album in its entirety. Hello there. Drop the link below. Tell me what you think at native_podcast. The whole album is dope. That pretty much does it for the list and song of the week. So shout out to Saving Vice. You can find the list on my Spotify playlist, Diamonds in the Rough, which is a playlist where I add all modern metal music. So if you're trying to get into today's modern metal music, go check out my playlist, Diamonds in the Rough. Dropping a link below at native_podcast. Tell me what your favorite song is off Diamonds in the Rough. Moving on from the countdown,
I have your hidden gem of the day.
Hidden Gems.
your hidden gem of today is Ocean's 8 Alaska with their single High Horse. Ocean's 8 Alaska, metalcore band coming from Birmingham, England. In High Horse, the instrumentation is fucking incredible. Before I even got into this band, one thing I noticed was they are fucking crazy technical. It has brutal slam metal moments. They really changed the game with this song back in 2015. This spawned so many copycats. So many different people were trying to do the same shit that they were doing. They basically formed their whole name by touring and work tour, city to city. They ended up on Wage War's Dead Weight tour as their supporting act. Go check out High Horse, dropping a link below. If you have a recommendation for the next week's hidden gem, get at me at native_podcast. Let me know what you think next week's hidden gem should be. So that pretty much wraps it up for today's show. And all I need from you today is to hit subscribe and ring the bell. That way you're notified every Friday I drop a new episode of Native Diamond Podcast. I hope you guys kill it this weekend, and as always, shine on.